Well, hello there, everybody. Greetings from Emotiva World Headquarters in beautiful and hot and sizzly downtown Franklin, Tennessee. I'm sitting here with Miss Cathy.
Hey, everyone.
And, of course, handsome Nick.
Hello.
Steady hands of Dawn at the console. Fingers dancing over the faders like a Bob Rossi painting. Oh, wonderful to look at. And Dawn has that special turquoise streak in her hair, which gives her a more creative look, which I like. So, I'm not kidding when I say it's sizzling hot. We got a sizzling hot sale, and it's sizzling hot weather, so I think they're appropriate.
Yeah. It went from beautiful, non-humid weather to
Full-on summer.
like we want it to rain
Sizzle.
now.
Yeah, and then when it rains, there's so much rain so fast that the trees are falling down, the winds are coming up, the creek's overflowing. I mean, it's been an interesting weekend. Enjoyable, but interesting. I've had to tie up a lot of our new plants in the front yard for Miss Cathy. A lot of trips to the Home Depot. Anyway, so here we are, having a wonderful summer. I hope you guys are too. We've been busy, and since our last podcast, we got a lot of new stuff happening. We've got a big 4th of July event happening now, which Nick will go into in a minute. And then also, he's going to allude to the Airmotiv Sale, I think. What do you got going there, Nicky?
Well, I'm sure if you've seen on the website, we have our Summer Sizzle event going on right now. And for those of you who don't know, you can save 10% off your order of $750 or more with the code HOT10, or 15% off your order of $1,500 or more with the code SIZZLE15.
Sizzle15.
Sizzle
Very
15.
creative. Hot 10, Sizzle 15. Very creative work there.
So if you've been sitting on the fence about an X-Series product like an XPA or one of the big processors, now's the time to dive in.
It's a sizzling
Or you
good
could
time
buy
to do
a
it.
couple of things.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
stack them.
Yeah.
Stack
That's even
'em.
better.
Rack 'em and stack 'em. We got them.
Yep.
We prefer that. Thank you.
The other thing, too, Airmotiv, what's going on there?
A massive sale on Airmotiv products.
I would call it a clearance sale. But we're making way for a new series. I'll be honest and just candid with you all. We're making way for a new series of Airmotiv loudspeakers, which will be here in the fall.
Can you tell us any more about them?
No,
Beautiful.
Yes. No.
I could, but then, I would spoil the
They'll mostly be black.
there may even be a white one in there, too. We may go crazy and have some color options.
Ooh.
A new refined Airmotiv series, a continuation of the existing design philosophy, but in a slightly more refined cosmetic approach. But yet you'll still be able to keep your old Airmotiv, your new Airmotiv, mix and match. I mean, we kind of try to stay true to the brand identity, but this is a refinement in it. But in the meantime, the deals based upon how many we're selling, container loads of speakers. People like that new pricing. So get them while you can get them, because they will not reappear as those exact models, and certainly not at those prices.
And they're going extremely fast.
Yes.
I think
and we're doing inventory in August, so it'd be nice not to have to count them all.
Yeah.
Well, maybe at the way they're going, I don't know if there's going to be left in August.
know.
So I think by the time the sale season is over, it's going to be. I think maybe I priced them a little too aggressively.
I know.
Because they went a little faster than I thought they were going to.
I mean, but this time we didn't guess. We did a formulation, and we were still fine.
Hey,
so
I'm happy to have you guys get them at great deals, because it solves your problem. It solves our problem, because we had to make room. We had a lot of speaker inventory because we bought so heavy during the pandemic, and we were just buying heavy inventory. So we're glad you're getting a great deal, and glad to see them go to new homes. And the new stuff will be fantastic also. And so that's what's going on with those.
Well, also speaking of new stuff, Dan.
Well, there's a couple new products, Nick, as always. I'm going to tell you about 3 off the top of my
You're going to
head.
tell us about 3. Okay.
That's only a fraction of what's being done,
All
but
right.
let's talk about the first 3. Number 1, the new Basics MR1L receiver is moments away.
Now, what's that?
That's the baby brother to the mighty MR1. And I'll be doing a detailed video on that very shortly, going over the ins and outs of it. I kill myself. I'm so good at the ins and outs of the MR1L. And this is an 11.2 channel version of the mighty MR1L, which is 13.2. And we'll go into the details of that, but that'll be hitting the website very shortly.
we expect those to be in by July 18th, I think.
July 18th. We'll
We're
have
really close to there. Yep.
Yeah, and we'll have info on the site before that, about a week before they ship. And then we have the new Basics A11 multi-channel power amp, 160 watts by 11. And this is a powerhouse, which is, I believe, on the site right now.
Actually, it's not, right, Nick?
It is not on the website. The page is
Okay.
being built as we speak.
Oh, okay. But it will be on maybe by the time you
But
hear
they're
this.
here,
Or-
which is exciting. They're
Yeah.
here.
They're in stock, ready to go.
Playing with
So
them, testing them.
you'll see those in time for the
Use them.
summer savings. So don't worry about that. We'll try to get that for you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So look for the new Basics A11 11-channel power amp. Very, very nice amplifier. And the details of that will be on the website. And then an amazingly long-awaited product, which is finally complete and en route to us now, the new XDA 3
Wow.
X Series DAC, differential reference DAC.
Back in the XDA game.
This is a new full rack, 1RU tall, full rack with DAC. It does everything you want. It has, it's fully balanced in to out, has analog ends as well as all of your digital ends. It will do DSD up to 4X. It will do PCM 32-bit 768 kilohertz. It's got a nice current feedback headphone amp built into it, which is a really great sounding headphone circuit in it. Full metal remote control, so you can use it as as a preamp in a 2-channel system with the ability to handle analog sources and, of course, any kind of digital source you want. And it has an ARC input for connection to your monitor. So if you want to build a 2-channel rig around this with a nice amp and the XDA 3 is your preamp / DAC, you're all set. And the balanced ends are single-ended and RCA, fully balanced on the RCA side. I mean on the XLR side. And spectacular performance and sound quality. And that will be available for $699. Beautiful OLED display. I'm getting so excited I can't hold myself back.
I can't wait for it to show up.
Yeah, long awaited. We've done about 4 versions of this before we were finally happy with it. And this is our first foray into using ESS HyperStream DAC, so I'm pretty excited. It sounds great. Ray did a beautiful job on it, so I'm quite proud of it. So that'll look for that shortly on our website.
Yeah, I'm excited. I had an XDA 1, then went to the XDA 2, so I will continue on.
All we do is, when are you going to come out with a new DAC? Well, it's coming. It's here. It's actually going to be alive here very shortly. And so look for that I would imagine in about how many days, Cathy?
Probably 10 with the holiday.
Yeah, a little bit of delay there. So.
We're airing some of those in for you. So
Yeah, so very shortly.
Yep.
And the page will go live when, Nick?
I don't have an exact date, but within that 10 days probably.
All right. Well, sooner than later.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I got for new product. There's a bunch of other things, but those are the ones I want to talk about right
Yeah,
now.
because they're like either on its way or not on its way.
Yeah. And, of course, that new line of loudspeakers will be coming in the fall. Don't ask me the exact date, but sooner than later in the fall, in time for the holiday season. Probably, in October-ish, So just so you don't ask, because you will ask, but that's what's going on. And there's some exciting new features on those speakers on some of the models that I think you're going to dig. So moving along, what else you got? Oh, talk about our European distribution.
Yes. So we launched shipping from our Denmark warehouse. So you buy from our site in your currency.
Your local currency.
Local currency. It's free shipping in Europe.
And the EU, as it were.
Yes. And I believe the cutoff there is $99. So over $99, it's free. And the price that you'll see at checkout includes all your local VAT or taxes
Which varies by
would be
region, yeah.
Yep. So it was a big endeavor to get this done and not have a separate site for it, and we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, so all of our friends in the EU, we are now able to sell to you directly with no middleman in between, and you'll be paying prices competitive with our U.S. prices, and most importantly, we've got a local service and support center there in Denmark. The guys are great. They're very knowledgeable. So if you have an issue with your amp or you have a return, you don't have to deal with trying to go internationally. It just goes back to Denmark. So you're handled exactly like a U.S. customer is in the States. So we're happy to have you on board. We're already seeing the cart going crazy this weekend.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to become very popular. And you'll be looking for us, our friends in Europe, look for us to show up in advertising and reviews very shortly. We're going to be very aggressively going after the European market and look for lots of support from us on that side. We'll be at the Poland Hi-Fi show this year. We'll be at the High End in Munich next year. There may be some regional shows. Isn't there another show? We'll be in Canada, of course, for a couple shows.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And we'll be and doing at least those 2 shows and probably more.
Mm-hmm. And also the service aspect of it. We've been servicing products there for about 2 years, so that just works. But customers want to buy from us and get serviced from us, and so it's not just the EU. There are, I believe, 19 or 20 countries. So if you not sure if your country is one of those countries, just look on our website and you'll see. We have a distributor in the UK, so we don't sell direct in the UK.
Our friends at Karma.
But they have great dealer networks there, so we're pretty successful. But Europe, we've got you.
If you're not sure if you're on the list, if you head to emotiva.com and go down to the footer, you'll see an international page there. You'll be able to see if your country's listed.
Yeah.
And if you're new to us, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter.
And you save 10%.
Yeah,
on that
you
first
get
order.
a welcome email. Yes. Yes.
Love to have you. And by the way, if you have an X series amp or you want to do any product upgrades on the processors or any other products, that will hold true just like here in the U.S. The Denmark Service Center is capable and trained to do all that work for you. So you're in really good hands with those people.
So right now there's a couple of smaller products that aren't on our site for Denmark. Little things that like the CMXs.
Well, they're not
smaller
designed for European.
Yeah. And it could be out of stock. We're replenishing monthly, but we're going to have to do it a little bit more frequently. But if it is out of stock for a little bit, just let us know and we'll get more stock in there for you or get it to you somehow.
There may be some problems on the older series of loudspeakers because they'll be supplanted by the new series in Denmark very shortly. So you may not be able to get if they're out of stock here, you probably won't be able to get any of the new stock of the existing series of Airmotiv speakers. But other than that, it's live. It's being supported with all the current products, and we're happy to have you on board. Hope you take advantage of that. And we're also opening up Canada distribution and fulfillment and service in just a couple weeks. We're just waiting for the tax.
We're waiting for our final tax forms to be approved.
But the warehouse is stocked.
Yeah.
And it's ready to go. We just have to get this one legality taken care of.
Yeah, so for Canadians, we'll have a service center, return center, and fulfillment center for you up there. So
and upgrades
excited
and all
about
that.
And then we'll be at the show, the high-end show in Toronto.
We did Montreal.
I'm sorry, the name is incorrect.
At the high end.
It is the Toronto Audio Expo, right?
There you go. If you say so.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a great organization up there. Sarah and her husband, Michelle, are very, very nice people to deal with. So we like that show a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then my last exciting announcement is we have a service center in Australia. So,
blimey, mate.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's British.
We sold a lot of products probably
like
starting in
Cracky.
2009 through to 2014. We sold a ton of stuff in Australia back then. And it kind of slowed down because it was prohibitive for service. But now that we have that for you, look for some announcements on better shipping prices for you here coming soon. And we hope to support you guys better down there and get that market up to where we had it before.
The land down under, Nick. Yeah. I heard that on a commercial sometime.
I think it's in a song somewhere.
Come on, mate. We'll throw a couple shrimp on the barbie.
Oh, we met him. Did you know that? Didn't we? And he's not Australian. Remember, men at work. We met Colin.
Oh, Colin Hay.
Yeah.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time talking to him.
Yeah.
He's a true, what I would call a troubadour.
Yeah, great songwriter.
Yeah, he's a singer-songwriter. Travels the world. Very clever guy. Anyway, that's a little digression there. But we did meet him, a nice guy. Apparently, he's friends of ours from Compass Records. So
Yes, he's a Compass artist.
yeah,
He's one of those guys that's in Nashville quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I need to see him.
yeah, you've got to
he's
see him
great.
live. He's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I heard that they're kind of back to work, back together. Men at Work is
Work are
kind of
back
back
to
at
work.
work together.
Men at Work are back at work.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go. Yeah.
good.
I'd heard that. I hope they are, because that's a great band.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And we digress once again. What other news do we have?
4th of July's tomorrow.
Yay. We're working today because we're so dedicated and want to make sure that all of our orders are fulfilled in a timely and efficient manner.
And we answer all your questions.
Dawn could be out riding her horse, but she's here helping us. Thank you, Dawn. Her horse is neighing for her.
Well, it's
That's what
awfully
horses
hot.
do. They neigh.
So,
And Winnie, by the way. And but anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend with your friends and family. Stay sane, of course, unlike what I did a few years back. And there's a video online where there's a huge explosion. Have you seen that on Instagram? Where the guy sets it off and it goes under the car and hits the stash
Oh, I
and
saw.
blows
Yeah,
up the whole yard.
Hits their box. Of
We
all
had
the
a similar thing, not quite as bad, but nearly as bad. And it was. They played it back on our video security camera for years. It was like a family lore, So ever since then, I've stopped doing live
do not
fireworks
have
in our
that.
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched them from afar.
It was
now.
like the opening of a bad movie.
Yeah, it was. It was like
was.
like kind of like Apocalypse Now with the helicopters and the napalm, and it was that kind of effect.
There's a great video you can find too of it was a fireworks show in San Francisco, and they accidentally set everything off all at once. Beautiful for 30 seconds, and the show's over.
Yeah, it was that kind of a thing. So everybody was running for the hills in our front yard.
Yeah, only 2 people were hurt.
Yeah, our daughter and somebody else, I forget.
Yeah.
And of course, it hit my truck, which
Yeah.
was a Ford. So it's built
Another
up.
family reunion memory.
Yeah, there you go. Memories. Anyway, we digress. Have a wonderful holiday, guys. Any other business we got to do tonight?
No.
We're set?
All we got.
That's
for
it.
me.
New products, good sale, end of life on the old Airmotiv stuff, and new stuff coming. And we thank you all for your support. Hope you have a great summer, and we'll be back at you shortly. In the meantime, Big Dan from Emotiva World Headquarters in beautiful, sizzling hot Franklin, Tennessee, saying adios.
Bye, everyone.